So one of the reasons that is important, that makes it important to know your personality trait, is that it helps you get out of conflict with your own self. Yeah, you will understand your own self more. So you'll not like say that maybe your village witches have ganged up against you. There's nothing like village elders village witches ganging up against you. It's just that you don't understand yourself. So that's why it's quite important to know your personality trait. It will make you understand yourself so much so that you don't be in conflict with your own self. So when we go into the possible careers of an INFJ personality trait, we had discussed about the INFJ in previous videos. So when we are talking about the careers, it will their conduct, their traits will determine the careers that they fit, that fits them. So we are not going to talk about the fitting anymore. We know that INFJs are the introverted type. They are quite reflective and value their alone time. They're intuitive. They interpret the meanings and meaning of the information they are given using the inner self. I don't know. We gave it, for lack of a better word, we used divine revelation. They get it from divine revelation, the meanings and the meanings or the interpretation, the information they receive. Then the feeling, they make decisions using their feeling and value and values. I mean, then the judging, there are people who trust on their judgment. They take time, and when they really trust on their judgment. And then there are people who prefer to plan and organize, or to be planned and organized rather than being spontaneous and flexible. They like planning and organizing rather than just being spontaneous and flexible. So that's the outline of being an INFJ. For details, you can visit the previous videos. Now, the INFJ prefer to work independently or in a small group of people. So in that case, we are going to see the works of, like number one, a counselor. He can be a counselor due to his listening and the empathy in him. Then he can be a writer, a librarian, any non-profit organizations, designer, graphic design or whatever, any creative disability, because an INFJ is a creative person. Then educator, then scientist. Then if we move to jobs that don't fit an INFJ personality types, these are jobs that focus more. The jobs that focus more on profit making rather than the humanity or the human elements can really be frustrating to an INFJ, because I told you an INFJ is somebody who can leave his own fire, his own house ablaze, to come and help you put fire off in your own house. That's the kind of, he's somebody who prefers to make somebody feel comfortable more than he gives somebody the comfort of somebody priority more than his own self. So this work that will require that you give more attention to profit making more than the human element don't fit the INFJ personality type. Yeah. So in that case, being an accountant is not for you if you are an INFJ personality type. An accountant and such related jobs are not yours. Then this emergency medical technician, you cannot be, okay, it's not, you don't fit, that job does not fit you. Emergency medical technician, why? INFJ is somebody who prefers peace, and INFJ is somebody who energizes with by being alone. it doesn't like conflicts. So pale emergency, you know, there will be unpredictable and chaos. So emergency medical technician is not a job for an INFJ. Then there is another one called engineering, not for an INFJ personality type, because engineering has too much practicals, and you know, an INFJ is an intellect. So an INFJ is more of an intellect. So this too much practicals and too much engineering is no for an INFJ. Then there is another one called military. Military is also a no for an INFJ, because in military you follow orders. And we said before that an INFJ does not even follow the rules of the land. That's an INFJ. He's never rude. He's a very polite and very disciplined, but an INFJ does not follow the rules of the land. An INFJ has his own set of rules that he follows. And I told you that an INFJ, if somebody who can wrong you, then you forgive him, but he will not forgive himself. He will punish himself even if you forgive him. So that is why military is not something good for an INFJ, because in the military you follow orders, which is not a thing for an INFJ. An INFJ will respect leaders, is very respectful, but does not follow the laws of the land or the written rules. A restaurant is very noisy and very chaotic. So working as a restaurant management, no. It's frustrating, can be very frustrating to an INFJ. So I think that's enough. In our next video, we'll be talking about the next. We'll be moving, now we'll be going out of INFJ. We'll be moving to ISNJ. This one was IFNJ personality trait. We are now going to ISNJ personality trait. The introverted, sensing and feeling and judging personality trait. I told you we are going to discuss all the 16 personality traits. So we have now just finished one that is called the INFJ personality trait. So if you are an INFJ personality trait, if you follow all the previous videos, you will know whether you are an INFJ. If you have not yet reached yours, we will reach yours. By the time we finish with the 16 personality traits, you will have known where you belong. Otherwise, have a good day and have a good weekend. Love you. Thank you.